What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, y aquí estoy otra vez con el...
Gershwan.
And I am the Sound Alchemist, as we read your questions and answer them in another episode of For the Greater.
This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, comment down below. Put question in front of your question because we get to those questions first. That is what Fraser Gayabers did. What is your favorite 40K moment? Good question.
There's a lot. I don't even know where to begin. I guess I'll give you my top three, starting with the bottom. And then we'll bounce back and forth.
Sure.
So the lowest of my favorite would be the Ulanor campaign, just because it shows you the intensity of everything that was going on during that time.
Yeah, and it was the very first time that all of the Primarchs gathered together and they fought as one unified force.
Yeah, because it shows you like the orcs were such a threat that it's not like, oh, just send Gilliman over there, or oh, send two Primarchs. They needed everybody.
Yeah, and it also paints the orcs in a different light because whenever you think of orcs, you just think of unorganized savages.
Yeah.
But once you actually read up on the Olonor Empire, you realize, like, no, they were technologically advanced. They were led by a badass beast of a warlord. Pun
Called
intended.
the Beast.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, definitely. It has to be up there. If you like the orcs, definitely read the Beast. If you like the Primarchs, definitely read that.
Yeah. What's your number two?
My number two would have to be the, yeah, I'm going to say it. The War in Heaven. I was going to say that's going to be my number one because I really like backstory, and essentially that is the backstory to 40K. The events that happened during the war between the Old Ones and the Necron tier essentially shaped 40K to become what it is now. The Necrons made a pact with the Catan, and they were literally using weaponry that could annihilate stars and such. So it was like a war on such an epic scale that created the Necrons, which essentially killed off all of life. They had to go to sleep, wait for basically life to come back, and then you have the 40K universe that we know.
Yep. That's pretty cool, yeah. And then your final one.
First and foremost, best, most epic part of any 40K narrative in the game, in the lore, has to be nothing.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
No, it's the whole theory and the lore and the mystery behind the Void Dragon, the Martians, the Admech, and the Emperor. Because apparently the Emperor fought against the Void Dragon on Earth. He didn't kill it, but he took it down, and that's what he used to barter the Admech to become allied with the Imperium. So that, I don't know, the whole mystery behind it and having like the freaking Catan of the Void Dragon underneath the Martian sands just sounds really cool. And again, like it hasn't been 100% confirmed, but if it is, that's really awesome because essentially you have the machine spirit being powered by a Catan. The only fully intact Catan that hasn't been sharded.
Yeah.
That's
sharded.
Yeah, that's a funny word. But yeah, because most Catan, they're all like fractured into different fragments and shards, except the Void Dragon. So
what do you think he looks like? Because like,
there's no pictures for him or
Yeah.
official artwork.
but we know the story of them being parasites. So I want like star-eating parasites. I wonder if like the reason that it's a Void Dragon is because it has like a huge serpentine type of like body.
Yeah.
That would be kind of cool.
I think it's the way I envisioned it is a lot similar to if you check out the 40 Facts on the Void Dragon. The picture that I used for the thumbnail is really cool because he's like dragon-like, but at the same time his body looks like a galaxy, like you see stars and swirls and stuff like that.
Oh, that sounds badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, my favorite moment in all of 40K has to be when WAAAGH, that's the warlord of the Speed Freaks.
He doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, I mean he exists. He's just not in the books anymore. He took his bike of the apocalypse, flew it off of a cliff straight into the head of an Imperial Titan, and just completely destroyed it. Oh, and he was on fire while he was doing it, and then he didn't die. And now his whole thing is that he has to like travel the galaxy, like warp jumping through the galaxy and destroying it, kind of like in Star Wars when they did the thing. Or was it Star Wars or was it Guardians of the Galaxy?
Star Wars.
Oh,
yeah. They like jumped.
Yeah, that'd be badass. But yeah, that's my favorite story. And whenever I think of like the badassness of an orc, I think of WAAAGH.
That's metal as hell.
Yeah.
Like a burning orc riding a freaking chopper into a titan and blowing it up.
You can smell the spores burning off of his skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your all-time favorite?
Yeah.
Out of everything?
Yeah. It's the one that I like think about before I go to sleep.
Oh.
Yeah.
Since we've been talking about orcs, this one's by Christ of the Mount. Who's better, Gork or Mork?
I think cunningly brutal is better than brutally cunning.
Yeah. Because it doesn't need to be explained.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Brian B asks, if an old one returned, could they uplift the orcs into the Khorne? No, I think the orcs are far gone. And I don't think that there were, like, the Khorne were not another race. The Khorne were just a different name for the orcs. In reality, the majority of the orcs belonged or had the mentality of the WAAAGH clan. Check out a 40 facts on the WAAAGH clan. You'll understand that they were very, like, regimented and they actually treated war not just, like, as an outlet, a savage, brutal outlet, but an actual martial tradition or skill. Mm-hmm. You still see that within the WAAAGHs because that's where the Storm Boys come from. Like they actually march and they like do all their thing. But yeah, so if the old ones came back, no, the orcs would probably try to attack the old ones.
Yeah, because even if there is a smart orc, I don't think he'll live long enough. Like the brutalness of an orc always trumps smarts.
Yes. Next question.
Well, I don't know, because you have like big mechs that lead certain like walls, don't they?
Yeah, but they're still pretty savage. Like, and they're very limited. Like the only reason that they have that power is because they've created a machine that is able to kill all the knobs that are trying to go, kill them. Mm-hmm. So it's one of those things. Except Orcomedes. We should do a 40 facts on Orcomedes. I should do a 40 facts on like the best characters of orc characters.
WAAAGH, Orcomedes.
Yeah.
Miguelito. Bridget B's best friend.
Miguelito is Bridget B's best friend, or Bridget B has a separate best friend along with Miguelito?
Yeah.
Okay. I would watch that. What is that? 2 dudes and a gal?
Mm-hmm.
Next question comes from Richard Lavender.
That's a nice last name.
Lavender smells like old lady farts.
Oh.
That's tough to live with. Will Games Workshop bring out a recreated miniature of Ragnar Blackmane? And if so, what do you think he will look like?
Rumor has it that Blackmane will come back as a Primaris.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. And he's going to be in that one pose that every Primaris is in.
Yeah. Why, GW? Why? Why don't you get the guy who did the models for like Gilliman for Forge World, Rogodorn, it might even be all of the same ones, but like that sculptor is beast. Very realistic. We don't want this Gilliman, we don't want this nose having Tau. What is it? Shadow Sun?
Yeah, Shadow Sun has a nose.
Come on, get it together.
But it's like a cat nose. It's weird.
It's even worse.
Yeah.
A fish and a cat? Like, that's not good.
What was the question? Blackmane.
Yeah.
Yeah, rumor has it that with the new Psychic Awakening that features the orcs, who was the other one? Because it's Space Wolves, it's orcs, and it's another faction. Well, anyway, when that book comes out, there's going to be a new model for, Gaskell, or it might just be the Beast, because that's what they keep referring to it as.
I wonder if they're going to say that, like, he is the Beast, like Gaskell turned into the Beast. Because maybe it's just like a title. Like, yeah. Oh, you earned the title of the Beast now, and now you're extra big.
Extra hulky.
Yeah.
It better be like a huge model. But anyway, yeah, Ragnar should be going the, what is it? Crossing the Rubicon into Primaris.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Crossing the Rubicon. Check out the Netflix Rome series. once you watch that series, you're gonna like see all the connections between Games Workshop and their lore and like the Roman Empire and like history and whatnot. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, a lot of it has to do with 40K.
Yeah. Next question comes from Miguel Ba.
Not Miguelito.
No. In a straight one-on-one fight, who would win between Skulltaker and Khorne? Khorne.
Yeah, it's Khorne. But again, these two characters are so pivotal to Khorne's agenda that he won't let them die or kill each other.
That's true. Also, one's a demon, isn't he?
Yeah.
So.
But he's got like a cape full of like skulls. Yeah. He's essentially just a bloodletter that's really strong.
Yeah.
This one's by Pineapple. Who is the most fashionable faction in 40K?
Harlequins.
Yeah, they got pretty cool color schemes and masks and stuff.
I don't think I have the confidence to wear what a Harlequin wears, so we'll leave it at. Well, I mean, I don't have the confidence to wear a lot of things, I guess. So I guess that's not a good connection.
Yeah, I mean.
Thanks, guys. Now I'm depressed.
This one is by Lorenzo Cool. How strong is a Krork exactly? Are we talking Primarch level or just like a standard Space Marine?
A Krork is just a Blood Axe clan guy. So they're not very... like a Goth is always going to be a Blood Axe, I feel. For the most part.
Mm-hmm.
So just, yeah.
Yeah, because I think you're getting it mixed up with like the Beast. Because like the Beast was massive in size, like King Kong levels.
But he's just an orc.
Yeah.
Like a badass orc.
Right. And he was like... What is it? The bigger and badder the orc gets, the darker he becomes.
Yep.
Was he like black or was he just like a dark green?
I'm not sure. I haven't read the book. But they're supposed to just get super, super dark. Mm-hmm. So they're probably just like a giant orc.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, you finished it, right? Reading the Beast?
Oh, no.
No?
No.
Well, spoiler alert. But like supposedly like the Beast is so strong that he can like push around Vulcan like he's nothing.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we'll see what happens. I really want to see this model.
Yeah.
I hope it's badass.
It has to come out this week. Because I was expecting it to come out last week, and they were like showing like the Eldar and the Drukhari models. Like, oh, they're not in a box set anymore. You could buy them separately now. It's like, give us the Psychic Awakening stuff. Like, don't tease us with a freaking Gretchen for 1 week, and then go into like something else the next. Like, just finish it.
Yeah, I hope they don't take... like as long as like Adepticon, because that would suck. Mm-hmm. If they announce it in Adepticon, it's like, do it now. Next question. This one comes from Eric Cartman. Has Games Workshop gotten lazy lately with editing and proofreading? We've seen storylines drop, rules that conflict with each other or just don't apply. Art books with poorly painted models, recycled imagery, etc. I don't think they're getting lazy. I think...
I just think they're spreading themselves too wide. I mean, look at all the codices, supplements, books. There's new like box sets that come out with rules. So there's rules everywhere. They're not in one concise space. So I think that's why certain rules like contradict each other or don't work well, because it's like you literally need to have like 4 books to play your army, and like that's without the FAQs and all this stuff. So I just think they're, as great as 8th edition is, I really hate how many books you need to buy.
Yeah, that's true.
And especially with like the new thing that they did to the Space Marines, like they neutered them bad because of how top tier the Iron Hands were. And they neutered them so bad that like it's not even worth it to play Iron Hands.
Yeah. But in terms of the lore, I don't think that it's a bad thing that Games Workshop has a lot of like loose ends everywhere.
Oh no, because that gives them more creative avenues.
Yeah, and I think we were talking about this last week. But I feel I don't want them to do the Star Wars thing, where like Star Wars decided to like say everything but the movies are now in a category that's not canon anymore, and we're just gonna build off of this core storyline and move forward, which is what they're doing now. and you just completely ignore all the other books and everything.
The legends and all that.
And I don't like that. I think that Games Workshop should never make things non-canon because they are in a perfect spot, lore-wise, to justify everything. Just because of how backwards and bureaucratic and decayed the Imperium is. There's so many things that kind of contradict each other that you could just write off as, well, yeah, it's supposed to contradict each other because the Imperium doesn't know what's going on. Mm-hmm. Like, they are decaying. They are slowly falling apart.
And it's easy to say, oh, this faction came up out of nowhere. It's like, no, the Emperor enacted the Edict of Obliteration. That's why any normal citizen doesn't know about it.
Yeah. So it's almost like it's just easier. They have what was it called? They always have a way to twist it.
Right. So cool. With that being said, would you want Sensei to be a thing again or no?
I would like it to be a thing, as in, like, yes, they did try to do that. Like, the Inquisition actually did try to find these people, and then it turned out that they're not really the Emperor's children. They're just blanks, or something cool like that. But to just say, yeah, no, that just completely didn't happen, it's kind of...
Yeah. Same thing with, like, Malal.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just, like, a minor chaos god and not, like, one of the four or whatever.
Or a misunderstanding of, like, maybe that's how the Emperor found out that he can become a god, because Malal existed from a different race that was trying to fight chaos or something cool like that. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
This next one is by Timothy Armstrong. So my friend gifted me some White Scar models. Anything I need to learn about them or how to paint them? White Scars are very different than the standard Space Marine army. They're... how do I put it? They specialize in bikes and just like fast attack and stuff like that. So if you want to have like a static gun line, I don't think White Scars would be the ones for you. But you could easily just convert them or make them into your own custom chapter.
Yeah, you have to get comfortable with painting white.
And mustaches.
And mustaches, yeah. So White Scars are either going to be a really easy army to paint if you don't care too much and you just want to throw down some tabletop ready
minis.
Yeah, but at the same time, it could also be a really pain in the ass type of army to paint because it is white and like highlighting and like it's tedious. And if one small or one wrong stroke, and you know it just ruins the entire experience. Quote me on that.
Yeah, because trying to like cover up like a wrong stroke on white, it's like you gotta paint it like 4 times.
Exactly. Just bust out the spray paint again and spray paint the entire model white again.
Yeah.
And that's how you get those really nasty, like, thick. Boys. Next question.
This one is by Digital Sigma. Do you guys think there's any remaining side titans left active in the Imperium? Psychic titans. I mean, there's gotta be. The Imperium's vast enough that there's gotta be some side titans out there.
I don't even remember what a side titan is. No.
It's a titan that like...
A psychic titan?
Think of like a Megazord from Power Rangers. Just like that. Okay. But with a little bit of Ben 10 splashed in there.
Oh. So he changes colors? Sweet.
Depending on what side of the city he's in. North side, east side.
West side.
South side.
In the lake. This question comes from Bearded1337. And this is for you, Sound Alchemist. Why does Alchemist say GIF wrong?
Is it GIF or is it GIF?
I think it's GIF.
It's GIF like the peanut butter, ain't it?
I don't know. What do you guys think? Comment down in the comment section below.
Soft G, hard J.
Hard J. GIF.
GIF.
See, now you got me thinking, how do I say it? But now I don't even know how I say it.
Yeah, it's like once you think about it, it's like, dang, how do I normally say things?
Do I even speak English?
Okay.
Huh? Next question. This will be the last question for you guys.
Ooh, I got one from Pug Lover 253. Do you think that the Thunder Warriors could have made a difference in the Siege of Terra if they were still there in full force, helping the Loyalists?
No.
¿Por qué?
The outcome would not have changed. The Emperor like teleported with the Adeptus Custodes, and he was scattered. And so if he would have teleported with Thunder Warriors, it's not like the Thunder Warriors would have found him easier. Same thing with like the Loyalist won. If the Thunder Warriors were in the Loyalist side,
They would have
just
still
winning
won.
better. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like there was no Primarch that died during the Siege of Terra that could have been like that a Thunder Warrior or more military might would have helped. It just wouldn't.
Thank you. Because that means that Sanguinius is worth more than the entirety of the Thunder Warriors.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. So like, and especially in Sanguinius' situation, it's the same thing as the Emperor. Like you could have had the other chapters like Space Wolves and the Dark Angels actually show up before the traitors, but Sanguinius would still have died because of the whole teleportation, scattering.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he went in there with Dorn.
Yeah.
And Dorn got scattered. Brain scattered.
Yeah. It's a good thing nobody got like teleported into a wall or something.
I know, because it's a demon battleship. What was it?
The battle barge?
Yeah.
What was it called? Miguelito's Dominion?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one. But yeah, those are the questions for today. If you guys have more questions for us, please comment down below. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for listening. And it is because of you guys commenting cool-ass things in the comment section.
Cool ass.
Because, you know, that's what comments sections are for. That's why we do it, guys.
That's right.
GIF or GIF?
Comment down below.
This is Gershwan.
The Sound Alchemist, and we are out.
Oh, if you could put my freedom